about D.C. Curry. Well, it just goes to show you there's no such thing as freedom of speech.
It's not.
You can't just say anything at any time.
It's freedom to talk, but not to speak.
Yeah, there's no freedom of speech. You can't just say anything at any time and expect no consequences.
None. You're going to have them.
I wonder if the 12 tribes of Israel showed up at the Nets game where they let them in.
I know exactly what you're talking about. How's it go,
They come just like Kanye and all.
Speaking of tribes, big shout out to the 2 Kenyans that won the marathon, man.
God, dog, they always
win, boy.
I ain't giving them no shit.
But the boy that won, he won the Boston Marathon this year too. I think it's the only time in history that the same man has won both marathons.
But he just built different.
Another dude back in the day, he won
Kenyan.
all of them.
And then the woman that won the women's, she was a Kenyan.
Yeah.
You know how far the store is from Kenya? They can run.
Man, I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be back next week.
No, you too slow. Bimbo, you know.
Man. You know, they used to make them jokes growing up in school, talking about they fast because they run from lions and all that stuff. And, you know, we were real racist when we would say it, but now it's getting to the point, man, they win so much. Like, man, you know
Might
what,
be
man,
something
right.
to that.
Yeah.
They ain't train on the best courses in the world. They run it on dirt, though.
I do think a lot of
shoes on with no shoes on.
You put one with some shoes on.
See, that's another racist statement. We don't know.
Yes, we do know.
We don't know if they don't have any shoes.
And there ain't that much food over there.
Stop it.
What?
What?
They be like
Don't get Ethiopia and Kenya.
no Kroger
Somebody
over there.
find out how far Ethiopia and Kenya are apart from each other.
Kroger. Where they some of them grow up at.
They got a lot of food.
Yeah, Martin.
I ain't never seen no fat Kenyan.
United States good too. Look.
No fat Kenyans, but they're okay. They're
United
very
States
modernized.
good too, but go to Mississippi. We ain't as good as the rest of the United States. Some parts of Kenya just like that too. All of them is not metropolitan area.
Well, we talking about the most civilized countries, not Mississippi.
Ethiopians, though, all the Africans run. The Ethiopians run good. The Kenyans run good. All of them run good.
It's 22 hours and 7 minutes apart.
2 hours.
22 hours and 7
Where?
Exactly. That's
From
a
where to
whole
where?
day.
Kenya
That's
to
a whole day.
Ethiopia to Kenya.
That's a whole
Running
day.
at what speed?
Well, I don't know that. I just know 22 minutes and 22 hours and 7 minutes.
They had one guy.
So it's less than a
He
day.
ran 20 miles an hour. No, 13 miles an hour.
2 hours or something.
Over 2 hours.
That's hauling ass, boy.
Yeah, he getting it. He getting it. Well, you know,
He got
he
future.
wants
He got
all-
future in purse snatching.
does that make y'all wonder that when you look on TV and they show all the Ethiopians and stuff starving, and that's true, but when you over here in Atlanta, you got a certain spots of Ethiopian lounges and stuff, they're so prominent. And you kind of wonder, like, okay, like, where's this money transition
And how-
coming from?
and how
like,
they get
like,
jobs
they got a
at
lot of
Toll?
access here in Atlanta. You got certain parts of Atlanta that's strictly Ethiopian.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of wondering,
And
like,
what's the problem?
you just wonder, like, you know, when you look on TV growing up, you're like, man, Ethiopian is just, you know, need food. I mean, there are other parts of Africa, of course, is very prominent, but Ethiopia was never promoted like that. And they
Eritrea,
never cover
Ethiopia.
how Ethiopians, you never hear about their story of leaving the country, how they get out, how they get legal over here and continue
how to
to
get
prosper
legal.
in America. Like, they don't talk about it.
I tell you how to get legal. I married a young lady to keep her in the country. That's how they get legal.
Wait
He
a
man
minute
no
now.
dude.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I know your wife.
Yeah.
She's from here.
Right.
What you talking about? You married her, keep her in the country.
This was years ago.
Oh, your other way.
Yeah, this was years ago. Yeah, I married a young lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't marry
You get
these other
paid.
dudes get over
In
here.
college.
You get paid?
Yeah, her family paid me.
They paid?
How long is the statute of limitation on that? Because you know that's against the law,
You
right?
gotta stay married long enough till you go down and get divorced. That's all.
Once you get married,
I know a woman that did that 5 or 6
card.
times.
They get their green card or
They get their green
whatever.
card.
Once they get married, once
She must have
get
paid you a
that,
lot of money.
7,000.
Yeah, it's between 7 and 10,000.
Pretty cool.
That's
Okay.
the going.
Yeah.
That's the going rate.
That's what's up. Okay.
I did it. She had a week to do it, and her sister had married a guy legally from the States. So The sister was smart. She remembered all the questions, so she gave me a stack of papers. Like, what they do, they take one in the room, take somebody else in the room. You in the room, her in the room, and they ask you a question like, "What side of bed you sleep on? What movie y'all went to see last? Who took out the trash last? Who take care of the pet? If you have a pet."
Trying to make sure y'all in a relationship.
We
Ask you this
killing a
before you
lot
get
of
married.
secrets. We stopping a lot of people from getting over here. Let's stop it.
You in her room, what type of toothpaste you use? You ask me what type of toothpaste. So if you don't know the answer, they figure like you ain't legally doing that. So they
you're
come
doing it for the
by my
wrong
house every
reasons.
So often, so she stayed with her sister, but my house was set up like me and her was married. We had pictures. We take pictures every holiday. We go meet up with the family, take pictures. That was all I had to do.
Wow.
When they come out of the house, they look in the house. I had a side of the bed set up with her clothes in it that she left over there. Side the closet. They look in, okay. Where your wife? She at work. Every time. Yeah, she works.
I think you ought to stop talking.
Yeah, that's why I said, what's the statute of limitation on this?
I'm like, man, you running for a whole lot of Ethiopians right now.
I think you ought to stop talking.
I still wonder how they get all them damn toll jobs and airport jobs. They love working in a toll booth. Even at the hospitals, you go to some Ethiopian working in a toll booth.
Yep.
You go across the toll, it's Ethiopian working in a toll booth.
Yep.
You go to the airport, a lot of African working in the airport. You know, they stilo. It's like Indians. You don't ever see Indians doing construction. They own a gas station.
That ain't that thing. They ain't doing no.
Yeah, and that was like that in the 70s. All of a sudden, there's this huge influx of Indians being in these hotels, like not major hotels, but in these in some of the, yeah.
That was an Indian that owned the gas station that sold a $2 billion lotto ticket yesterday.
Yeah.
that sold the building.
Yeah, he sold.
Yeah, he got $1 million for selling the
His
ticket.
store sold the ticket to
His
win it.
store sold the ticket.
So they got a winner now of the $1 billion thing. Who won it?
$2.3 billion.
Somebody won it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I haven't announced it yet.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish you wouldn't tell
DC.
everybody until I announce it
Right.
DC, his store is
that
in
I won.
his store is in a black neighborhood too. DC. His store is in a black neighborhood out there in L.A.
Is that right?
So it may be a black person that won.
They said that was a setup. They say because they held the lottery number for so long.
They had a
was
black
having
hand
they
holding
had
the
a problem.
ticket when they showed talking about somebody won, but I said that can't be the one that
I
won.
wouldn't be holding a ticket like that.
You wouldn't have no picture over it neither.
Man,
a
King
black guy.
run by and snatch that ticket and haul that.
How fast?
Almost $1 billion after if you take the cash payout, 900 and something
$1 million.
$million.
You just still don't get that because they said 233 million of that comes straight out
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
taxes
take
to
the
go
risk.
to the
I
and
take
then
that.
you got to pay taxes.
I
No, they
don't
said it's
think I would take an early
233
payout.
million at first, but
But
then you got to pay
California's a
taxes on
non-taxable
that when income tax time comes. So it's
California's
like
not a
another
taxable state,
60.
though.
No, they take
Love that.
the billion, the top billion go to taxes. Then you saying it's a more tax?
Yeah, they take out the billion's gone. You get the 900 something. Then they take 233 million from that straight off the muscle. You
Who?
don't even see that.
They
The
who?
government. The government.
What government?
The United States
I
government.
don't
So
think
is
I would
it
take the
so
early
is it
payout.
federal
The United
taxes
States
and then
government
state
gets
taxes?
the top billion.
I'm,
Gets
okay,
that billion.
I'm
and
telling you, that's what they broke
now
down.
maybe you talking about the state tax after that.
Let me.
No, they said that when you
I got a question.
whoever gets the 900 some million, they said before you even get that 233 million that comes.
233 more million.
Yes,
As long as it
goes
don't
to
come
the
out of my
government.
pocket.
Hold on,
As long as I gotta
let me
pay
ask
my
this.
money.
Well, I
if you
still
don't
wouldn't
take the
care.
early payout,
They
What
said
is it?
it's an annual pay over 30 years. It's a 30-year
I know.
annual
That's
pay.
Is it
That's what I'm saying.
transferable?
but I'm
They
asking
didn't say
like
that.
30 years. How
I
much
mean,
is
if
a
you
year?
die, can you leave it to your children?
No.
If you take it,
No.
No, you
you
can't.
got to
but-
live 30 years to collect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is 30 years 2 billion? How much is that a year? Would they be getting?
A lot.
A lot, but then you getting taxes taken out of that too. Every year you
I
get
don't think
taxes
if
taken
I
out of
won
that
2
too.
billion, I'd probably play the long game.
But you know, 20 people.
You probably do what?
Nah, I don't think so. Ain't nobody gonna pay that
Why not? Because
you'll never get all your money. That's why they said. Why do you think they said 3 decades?
But-
they figure the average person that plays lottery is in their 40s, 50s,
Right.
the average. So if this person who's 40 years old decides I'm gonna go and do it 30 years, that's like it's no guarantee. Nowadays,
But
there's no
your yearly-
guarantee you're gonna live to be 70.
But
Party
your
yourself
yearly
to death
payout,
at
your yearly payout and things you can do with investments would really go longer than you opt. Because you just said 1 point, then they taking 200 million.
Right,
So now
but-
you're operating off of 700
Right.
million,
No.
which I ain't saying is bad.
Right.
But no,
man,
if
if you
over
looking
30
at-
years, that's more tax. If you do the 30 years, you're gonna have more taxes taken out.
Brian.
than you would if you get that one lump sum.
The average person.
No,
I
that's
don't know
not
about
it.
that.
No, that's
The
not
average
it.
person.
I don't know about that.
Brian,
There
There are tax shelters that
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
utilize.
But Brian,
it would take time.
in DC, as an average person, you get that kind of money, you're not worried about investing in nothing else the rest of your life. You like, I'm good the rest of my life.
You kidding
You're not going to
me?
get
I'm
into no
not.
investment game, try to lose your money because you don't know what you're doing. You ain't going to worry about that. You got enough money to set up your family and yourself without getting any crazy investments. Unless your family say, okay, we're going to invest in something. But you ain't got to go out there trying to compete with the Bezos and all them because you got that kind of money.
I just think
You
the
can
long
live a good
game,
life.
you could do more
you
for
can
your
Without any
family.
headache.
I think the
You
long
can,
game, you can do
but
way
even
more
when
for
you
your
get down
family.
to like 10, 20 million, $30 million, it is a statistical fact that most lotto winners are broke within 5
Say
years.
it again.
Yeah.
They, I seen a show on that.
That's
They said
what I'm saying. I would play
it
the
was
long
a show
game.
that said was called "The Lottery Ruined My Life."
Right.
I saw something else. They said most NBA players who make over $50 million are broke within 10 years.
10 years after they
After they
Because-
finish playing.
And that ain't all because of bad spending habits. You just choose bad financial advice and they rob you.
Yeah.
They do it, and the system is broken like that, and it's crazy, and nobody wants to talk about it. The NFL
Antoine.
and the NFL and NBA, it's crazy. You guys put into this $1 billion machine, and it looks like they're paying you money, but nobody says anything. These guys don't go to jail, like the financial advisors don't go to jail.
Business
None of
attorney.
that. They don't go to jail.
They say, oh, we
These guys
lost
take
the money, but
Because
but
it's
they
a
got their
chance.
fee.
Right.
They ain't
Because
never
it's a chance.
Yeah.
It's
I
always
had
they
a
said,
friend
what
of
was the
mine-
chance? There's no
Crazy.
I had a friend of
guarantee.
mine. He was his business attorney,
Mm-hmm.
business manager, whatever he was. He managed like 20, 30 players in the league.
Right.
I think 15 of them went broke. He
Right.
ain't never lost none of his money though.
Never. It's
None of
crazy.
his.
And they made a tackle, dunk, or nothing. I mean, but it's a system. I don't know. They never talk about it. NFL ain't never tried to fix it.
I've
it's
always
crazy.
said the union should have something to tell them boys, better to watch them boys.
Oh,
money because-
they got him under lock too. He's just a figurehead. Demaris Reese. He's just
but they'll not let them boys go through their money like that.
man. Well, they do.
Throwing so much at him.
And like I said,
Well,
they're
they
not
tell
going
them,
through
they
it.
come,
The
they tell them,
financial
man, you got 40 million, but I can turn it into 80 million, man.
Yeah, that's what they tell
And the
you.
financial advisor
That's what they say.
steals it, spends
You ain't
it,
gotta put your-
gives
you
you
ain't gotta pay
fake statements. You think
I
you
know.
get a real statement? The financial advisor can make up fake
Something
statements.
funny happened on the way to the bank.
Yeah, I was there. He told my partner. I was at one of the meetings with him. He said, "You ain't got to worry about paying no taxes. Like you said, I'm put you in a tax shelter. You ain't got to pay like an average person. You pay taxes every 5 years."
Right.
Then he also said, "I'm gonna invest your money in these hotels and stuff. And when you go to a hotel, you're gonna be owning part of the hotel. But when you go there, don't ask for no free room. You pay on your card because you paying into your own business. You get it back in taxes. Then guess what? Now you got all your money set up in places that you can't touch for
Right.
so many years till it mature. Now you done went broke. Hey man, I want to get my money back from that. Oh no, you can't touch that. But Uncle Sam need $800,000 in taxes next
Yep.
month.
Yep.
You
That's
ain't
how they're
got
doing
that
it.
cash to put in your hand to get Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Now
That's
they
how they're
taking
doing
your
it.
stuff.
Yeah. It's a bad system.
Now, in their defense, this is the first generation, maybe second generation of black folk, first or second generation where any of us have had that kind of money. So I can't be mad at the brothers. I'm just saying, if you lucky enough to get 50, 60, 70, 80 million dollars, it's foolish to me to risk it trying to make 80 more million when you set for life.
Now, I just said that. So now, if you got 600 million, what you need go be searching around trying to make 300 more million. You got 600 million. You just won from the lottery.
Well, I'm
What are you
gonna have
gonna
more than
search for?
600
No
million
investment.
because I'm not doing the early payout once I get $1 billion. Now, if I win like the lottery and it's 100 million or something like that, and I'm operating off for 30 million, then I'm taking the cash out. But
Yeah.
something to be, if you got 1.2 billion and it's over 30 years, I mean, I'm gonna take my chances.
Man, you better cash out. Your old ass, you go.
30 years, I'll be 80.
I want my money. Give me my money. Give me my money.
You ain't got to worry about tax. You got $600 million. What you
Yeah,
doing?
give me my
Cause
money.
at
Give
600
me my
million,
money.
do something. But at 1.2 billion, man, y'all can carbonize me, and I'll be back.
Give me my money. Give me
Saying I got
all
more
of my
money.
money.
I don't need that much.
Right.
Man, I'm doing. You carbonize
The
me. I'll
full
be back.
payout is 600 million.
I don't need that much.
600.
Y'all say that. Well, I can't tell you, but I know
That's
I would
ready
need
to-
it.
What?
They take 24% out
I
of
would,
tax.
I would need my 1.2 billion.
You need 1.2 billion.
Need it. and I'll show you what I can do with it.
What would you do?
A lot.
I'm
A
just
whole
curious.
lot.
Don't tell me a lot. Tell me what you would do.
Would you do? What's the first thing?
What would you do with $1.2 billion?
What's the first thing?
I'm going to China.
You can go to China.
Shucks, you can go to China without that.
I ain't go to
Right
China. I ain't
division
go to
make a
China.
plane.
The purpose of you going?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do in China?
I can't give y'all my secrets. No.
Why is that a secret?
Nope. I'm going to China. Then I got to make a stop.
What you gonna do in
Then I
China?
got to make a stop in Akon City. Shout out to Akon. Hey, I'm coming. Investing over there with you. You know, just in case America, y'all be over here. I'm going over to Akon City doing my thing.
Yeah.
And then buy my mom a house over in Akon
All right,
City.
you ain't up to 50,000 yet, but keep going.
I'm up to you don't know what kind of house I'm talking about?
Okay, what kind of house?
A lot.
What kind of house?
A lot, man.
Oprah house, 55 million?
Diamond encrusted windowsills.
Huh?
Diamond encrusted windowsills.
Okay, you probably talking like that. You probably go spend $4-5 million on chains.
I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just
He be on that. He be on that TV show. The lottery
call you
ruined my
folk
life.
Build a big old church.
You won $600 million. What's the first thing on your mind to do?
The very first thing is I'm gonna buy a house for my family.
Shit.
Buy some land.
First
First thing I'm gonna do is change.
First thing
I'm gonna do is change my phone number. And
Nah, DC, you gonna take me with you?
oh, you change that.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm blocking you.
We know where you live at. I'll be sitting outside.
You know where I used to live
Yeah,
at.
where you used to live. DC used to live here.
I'm gonna buy a security guard. First thing, 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, you got to have a high security.
I'm gonna hire
Yeah, I would
security
definitely. First thing I would definitely have to
First,
leave
get
and
me in a limo driver.
get with my
damn
best
place,
friend. He's a
get my money.
CPA. I got a couple buddies that are like CPA, so I'd probably like get on a boat and have a meeting with them and my mom and another person.
What your mama know about $600 million, boy?
Hey man,
See, that's where a lot of them boys be slipping up
Same
too.
thing she knew about.
They go ask their father. Their father be like, "We need to buy a liquor stove."
My mom is super smart. Like
I'm not saying your mama not smart. I'm not saying your mama not smart. Don't go there now.
No, just saying.
But she did you. But I'm not saying your mama not smart.
Yeah, baby. I think I want to have some.
But I'm telling you,
Nah, these girls
I
messing
doubt
up
if
my
she
house.
know anything about managing $1 billion.
Oh, she's not managing anything. It's just
What you
opinion
know
on some
about
stuff. She wouldn't be
You
managing
just want her
anything.
there
Yeah, on some stuff. Nah,
Take care of your mama.
to see her
Take
baby
care of
Two
your
of
boy.
my buddies, two
You
of
go
my buddies,
buy your
they
mama a
CPAs.
house.
They
Go
they
buy
got
your mama a
bread.
house.
Huh?
Buy your mama a house.
No, it'd have to be built, man. Nobody buying.
Well, you got to pay for it. I mean, you know,
Yeah, it's
you
gotta
know,
be
technicality.
built,
Now, you buy your mama a house.
Nah, it's got to be planned.
I played
out.
ball with a lot of boys that
No,
got
man,
deals.
in
And then,
Prattville?
I
For
played
what?
ball with a lot of boys that got deals and bought their mama house, and then mama had to get out the house because they got cut next year.
Oh my God.
Couldn't afford the house. Got to go, mama.
Yeah.
I'm tell y'all.
What you mean?
No, I
you
can't.
got cut?
I can't tell what I'm about
You
to
get
tell.
cut on your arm? What they cut you at? They cut off the team.
I
I'm the
can't tell.
team.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. We get off the air though,
Yeah.
and we got to go. God bless you. God bless you, billionaire, new billionaire in California. Holla at me. I'm DC Cherry.
I'm Sister JJ.
I'm Mook, man.
No doubt, Brian Harper.
Yeah.